The man stuffed cotton into the woman's underwear and dripped several drops of pig's blood inside. Then he actually put them on himself. He hopped up and down a couple of times on the spot, did a few deep squats, and found the sensation rather pleasant. Beaming with smug satisfaction, he rode home on his bike, but along the way, his smile gradually faded. Glancing down, he discovered the pig's blood had stained his white pants red. Instantly mortified, he leapt into the river to hide, only to turn the Ganges crimson as well. Villagers, horrified by the sight, condemned him as a pervert. Yet his motive was pure: to ensure every woman could afford sanitary pads. For most Indian women during menstruation, rags, leaves, or even soil are their only options. Lak saw this and his heart ached for his wife's health. Lak went to the pharmacy to buy sanitary pads, but upon seeing the price, he realized they were unaffordable for most people. Yet Lak was a devoted husband. He would borrow money to buy them for his wife. When his wife received the pads, she beamed with joy, but upon seeing the price tag, she grew uneasy. She couldn't bear to use such an expensive item. Lak had no choice but to return them to the pharmacy, but the pharmacy refused the return. He couldn't get his money back. He couldn't understand why they were so costly. After opening one, he discovered the construction was actually very simple, just gauze wrapped around cotton. He felt he could make them himself, so he went to get some cotton and gauze, then asked a cobbler for a bottle of glue. He headed to the stream and started crafting sanitary pads. Lak was a romantic soul. He picked a small flower and placed it on the packaging. What woman could resist such a thoughtful gift? Early the next morning, Lak couldn't wait to see the results, but he found his wife hanging dirty cloths to dry again. He complained she wasn't using his sanitary pads, but his wife looked hurt. It wasn't that she hadn't tried them, they simply didn't work. Instead, they'd soaked through and stained the sheets. His wife spent the entire night washing the bedding. Only then did Lak realize he'd misunderstood. He improved the pads by adding a plastic liner inside, thinking this would surely prevent leaks. Lak asked his wife to try them again, but she refused to repeat the experience. No matter how much Lak pleaded, it was useless. In traditional Indian culture, a woman's menstruation was considered unclean. If leakage was accidentally seen by others, it brought severe shame. Though Lak had always opposed this foolish tradition, he couldn't sway his wife's insistence. But Lak was stubborn too. Since his wife refused to try it, he decided to have his own sister test it instead.